Good evening. I'm Bubba.
And I'm
And we are
Popeye.
Filipinas. Take two, take two.
I'm crashing this show today, man. Take it away, Filipinas. What do you got, man?
Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, or wherever you are. Thank you for listening to our show. So, here with us tonight is Dr. Rich. She is the head dentist of one of the prime chain of dental clinics in Alabang, located in a very good prime location. Prime,
You're in the
So,
Philippines.
yes, she's gonna talk tonight about the and she is actually one of our impromptu guests tonight because Miss Zareen is not unable to go, is unable to go on with us tonight. So she is here to introduce herself. So, impromptu introduction.
It's a very difficult job you gave me. Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Rich. I'm a dentist here in the Philippines. I've been practicing for a few years, and right now I am a senior dentist in one of I can't say biggest, but one of the well-known dental chains here in the Philippines. So, here in the Philippines, like just like fast food restaurants, some dentists or businessmen actually put up clinics, either medical or dental. So that's what we call like medical or a dental chain. So I'm part of that kind of company.
Okay. Well, good. Now for that nice long pause. Um,
For suspense.
yes. Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely. Um, okay. So I guess you're going to talk a little bit about dental tourism.
Yeah, that's a good topic for tonight because as I said, since I'm part of one of the main chains here in the Philippines, we actually have services like we accept international insurances in our clinics, which is quite difficult to get accredited at. For example, we have a couple of U.S. insurances like Take Care and Select Care and what's it? Netcare and One Netcare. Yeah, usually they're accredited in big hospitals here in the Philippines, like St. Luke's or Makati Medical Center. So they also have offices there that you can actually apply to and get accreditation as a dental clinic. So our our dental clinic is one of the accredited clinics and providers for that. So not rarely, but at least for every month, I get a couple of patients that came from the US and are, spending their time here to actually get dental treatment done. Because as you said earlier, it's quite expensive.
Ano na yun?
Okay, what I want to know is if uh, what's the basic cost for a cleaning?
For
Cleaning daw.
cleaning, um, for cleaning here in the Philippines, can it depends on the location because we have
Just
several.
give me average cost.
An average cost would be around 1,000 pesos.
Oh, that's not bad. Now, after the
Yeah,
cleaning, do I
that's
get a
for the.
lollipop?
I'm sorry.
Do we get a Dum Dum's lollipop when we're done?
No.
No, you only get a lollipop after extractions.
Oh, okay.
You get, you,
Baba would love lollipop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thought you were going to say you get a jawbreaker after.
So I actually have a question for Doc Rich, which could be relevant to a lot of our viewers. So, does dental tourism actually mean that it have to include dental vacations or some dental tourism? Because when you say dental tourism, it's usually you travel out of the country in order for you to seek dental care, but it also includes vacations. So does that mean that you also offer, like, for example, tour packages or something like that? Does it entail having those kinds of?
In a in a professional setting, actually, our clinic does not offer tour packages like that. But especially here in the metro area, so we're not near any beaches or any tourist destinations that our patients can go to. However, I know some areas, especially in somewhere in Cebu or Bohol, or even in, I think, somewhere near beaches, that they actually offer their patients, like, airport transfers. They actually book the hotels, and they actually provide like tour guides if ever they have downtime for dental care, because usually if you're going for dental tourism, you're gonna need like maybe around 1 week to 2 weeks. So, and if you're gonna have an overhaul or like complete treatment, like a rehabilitation, so it will take a few days, and you have some down days, like you don't have to go to the clinic, so you have a lot of free time. So you can spend that at the beach. So it will depend on where you're actually going to, if the clinic provides that kind of service.
Mm, okay, that's
Very
nice. That's very important. Anyway, so um, so do they have, like for example, Baba? So in America, do you have like some kind of a budget when you have a, what do you call this, allowable budget to spend on dental, for dental insurance, like that?
Yeah,
Do you
it's
have?
called. It's called. Hope I don't have to max out my credit card.
Yeah, something like that. Do you have something like that?
And who this
So
can be defined.
because they have different costs per
Yeah.
country, right?
Yeah.
Like for example, in America, it costs like 5,000 pesos. Here, it's only 500 to 1,000 to 1,500. So since the price differs, can they have other procedures done, or how does it work for our audience who wants to travel in the Philippines and also have their insurances, dental insurances used? So how does it work?
Okay, so as far as I know, especially in the insurances that we have, the general coverage for insurance would be around $1,000 to $1,500. So
Okay.
in Philippine peso, that's around 50 to $80,000. 80,000 pesos. So if you're going to have, root canals made or crowns made,
Pwede
that can
dito.
actually cover the whole treatment.
Ah.
Yeah. However, when they actually send you a price list on the amount that they're gonna cover. So sometimes the patient has to pay a certain amount. They have a like a copay.
Yeah, a deductible.
Yeah, it's deductible.
Ah.
Or the insurance company actually pays 100%. So us as providers, we actually, for the first appointment, we actually create a treatment plan first. So, and then we send it to the insurance company. If they approve it, we can proceed. And if the patient or the insurance holder would need to pay something, then
Yeah.
at least they're informed. But usually the thing you're paying is quite small because most of the time the
Quite
insurance
small,
company is gonna pay like 80% of the total. So there. And also one more thing, cosmetic treatments are not covered by insurances. I'm sure in the US it's also like that. So like whitening is not covered, veneers, those cosmetic treatments.
Can you justify treatments like for veneers if the patient needs one?
How about gold dentures? Is that considered cosmetic?
Me.
Gold dentures.
Gold
Oh my
Um,
God.
we actually have a list of what to, if you can justify why you're using gold.
Probably they're allergic to
Yeah.
plastic.
Allergic to cheap.
I want to have,
Allergic to dentures.
yeah.
I
Probably
didn't.
public.
I
I
want to
didn't
have.
think they still did veneers. I thought that was a thing of the past, doing veneers.
Well,
You
in
know.
working veneers are perfectly acceptable.
Hmm.
That's I don't know
Because
about
they have dental
Place.
implants now. Um, a lot more complicated procedures to really make you look good. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're a toothless SOB, why? I mean,
grandma.
God, you might as well get some dental implants and look good, okay? And I just veneers. Wow, I didn't think they still did that because I don't think they look very good. I've seen people with them and just really not that good looking. But here in America, uh, we have different kinds of insurance plans now. It's like I just got a card that I pay $15 American a month for. And anytime I go to my dentist for a cleaning or any procedure, I get anywhere from 40 to 50% off now.
Mm.
Dahil
Okay.
because of the
Ito si Baba.
Popeye.
Okay.
Popeye. So I think what you have is a discount card probably, or like is it tied to a specific clinic?
Sam's Club.
No, no, it's not a Sam's Club card. Um,
No.
it's, I forget the name of it. I'd have to dig it
$15
out.
is quite small.
Yeah, I'd have to dig it out, but $15 a month, and you get
$40.
every you get anywhere from 40 to 50% off
I
Apply.
your
usually
certain procedures like dental
Little
cleanings,
Pero
fixing a fill-in, uh, but they won't do cosmetic like veneers
Matrabaho.
so dear.
or anything like that or braces. That you're going to have to pay the full boat. I mean, because just here in America alone, just to get, say, if you have to get a tooth extracted, okay, and it'll cost you anywhere from 283 American dollars to
Wow.
300 American dollars. Okay.
$10. Wow.
So you
Yeah.
really want to take care of your teeth in America because to get a tooth extracted, it costs you a small fortune. You know.
I think the last time I got a tooth extracted. Now, keep in mind this was in South Carolina. I paid like $100, 95 or $100. It cost me.
5,000.
Yeah,
So-
redneck land. They do it quite cheap there, Bubba. When
This was in Greenville, and the dentist was actually from New York, and she was actually
Yeah.
quite.
yeah, they go down there and they make a lot of money because, dude, them boys in the South, they don't take care of their teeth, and you can clearly see that on YouTube, Bubba. Come on.
I think they charge really high in New York.
Toothless challenge.
Well, they don't give out coupons in Red Man or Beach Nut.
yeah,
we buy carrot.
but Dr. Rich, how many years have you been practicing, and when did you graduate?
2013.
I actually graduated from dentistry school 2013. So I've
Hmm.
been practicing around four years already.
Ah, very
Nice.
nice.
So I'm very
Ikaw, Sansa Provincial.
Hmm?
San province mo?
My province is in Bataan,
Also,
Okay, very nice. Nice place.
near
Love it.
Subic.
That's where he.
he wants to leave. He
Hindi,
wants,
that's where
He wants
he
to live.
stayed.
and he wants to live there. He wants to buy it.
Talaga?
So
Right,
Bata.
diba?
Mhm.
Right, Papa? You want to buy a house in Subic.
Oh, on the Freeport Zone,
There's a
right
lot
there
of
at Subic Bay.
traffic in Subic.
I want to sit up on my deck and have a cold drink and watch the waves roll over the Subic Bay and listen to the ongoys in the jungle along with the parrots and everything else and enjoy retirement.
That's really a good life.
Uh-huh.
How
Wow.
I wish.
Yeah.
Someday.
Someday.
Anyway, I have a question again. Is it even though we're always hanging out together, we don't talk about that when we go out. Just because a while ago we were actually out playing badminton, so we don't talk
So
about
she's our
anything dental.
muse.
Anyway, so I'm curious since dental standards are a potential issue for tourists, but of course we do our work in with international standards because we came from the same we train under the same professors.
Hmm.
So do they have something like do they check like the international companies, do they check your diagnosis or do they check your like proposed treatment plan? Do you really need it
You
or
really,
it something like that? Because a lot of the I don't have any prejudice, but some of the dental clinics they suggest treatment that a lot of the patients don't really need. So does the international dental insurance companies, medical insurance companies check?
Mm.
Do they have like a checking something like
Yeah.
that?
As for checking the quality in terms of the plan,
Mm.
usually that's what I said earlier. You start first with the treatment plan and then you send it to the insurance company. If they see anything like weird or, is it really needed, they actually confirm first or clarify. So usually we have to justify treatments like why would this need this thing instead of this one. So you really need to have logical explanation why you're choosing that. As for because what you're saying is like some clinics actually um you know just get coverage just so it gets paid, so it will be a little fraudulent if you do that. But as for checking, as far as I know, most of the insurance uh companies offices here, they actually employ medical professionals as well, so they can verify. But I'm not sure if they have a dentist on board. So there.
So, what do you mean by a little fraudulent? I didn't know you could be a little fraudulent. I thought that would be fraudulent or
a little,
not
Well,
fraudulent.
okay.
You're
Because
so sweet, little fraudulent. That's so
yeah, we
sweet.
have to just so it's not a criminal offense, but
I,
yeah, we're very usually those kinds of things can be checked like counter checking during auditing, but that's actually in the case of when they're in the US based insurance companies, so they check it there, but mostly on the payables, it's in the business side of things.
okay.
But here in the Philippines, as for the fraudulent claims, it happens.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I know it happens, but I kn- as a professional, you should have a conscience if you're doing doing the right thing to the patient or not.
Yeah,
So
you should have ethics, right? Uh,
yes, of course.
and and do no
So
harm. Do no harm first,
yes,
right?
yes,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the first. Yeah, that's the
No.
first thing.
Ikaw ang masyadong mabait.
Ikaw daw masyado
I think
mabait.
what she
Masyado
wants to
mabait.
say is because a lot of the dentists have different modes of approach. For example, for us, we were trained in a public setting, in a government setting, so we our treatment plan would
Differs.
depend on
Patience.
patients'
Decision.
no, more conservative treatment,
Yeah.
something like that.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes if we see a plan a little bit too invasive but not really needed, so it's kind of a judgment call. But
Yeah.
for us, since we rely on conservative approach.
Yeah.
So and maybe that's what she meant by a little bit fraudulent because something like that.
There's really because usually for treatments because there are a lot of dental schools here in the Philippines,
Mhm.
as well in the US. So we have a different school of thought for every school, and of course, if you're going for postgraduate trainings, your knowledge expands, and then of course your judgment as a professional differs. So
Mhm.
some dentists prefer a conservative approach, meaning don't cut a lot of tooth or don't extract the tooth. You can say that. While some dentists prefer, extract, let's put an implant, something like that.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah. So it will greatly depend on how you communicate that with your patient. Because, some, oh, I'm sure a lot of patients do second or third or even fourth opinions. So,
Uh-huh.
so
So
yeah, that would.
would you have to say it depends between the patient and the doctor on what is the best course of action for your oral health?
Hmm? Again, please.
Would you say it was you know you take the your patient and then you got your doctor, and basically what I'm saying here is that the best course of action for the patient should always be between the doctor and the patient.
Best
Of course, di ba?
Yeah.
Siyempre, of course, the best treatment should always be between the agreement of the patient and the dentist. So usually what happens is the dentist laid down all the possible options, all the best possible options for the patient,
Yeah.
and you just have to choose which is the best and amenable for him or acceptable within his or her budget
Time.
and time and her principles, because some are conservative, they don't want their teeth to be extracted. Some wants to have retinol. Other are invasive. They just want to have their teeth
Pretty.
pretty, whatever means that
So
you
in one.
want. So it really depends on the goal of the patient and the treatment options available.
Yes.
Right.
Agree.
Okay.
So
All right.
so the best treatment is the treatment agreed upon the patient and the
Yeah.
dentist.
Uh-huh. All right. That sounds good. So so let me ask you some basic questions. Do you like what you do? Number one.
Do
Do
you
you like
like
what
what
you
you do?
do? Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead, go ahead.
That's a
One
miss.
by one.
That's a Miss Universe question.
Miss Universe
Okay.
answer.
This is Doc Rich here. You know, leave me another question. No. On some days, dentistry is really a fulfilling profession.
Some days
Uh-huh.
it's
Some days
boring.
it isn't. So, as you know, like just any other job,
Uh-huh.
sometimes you have highs, sometimes you have lows, but the best days I had in my profession would be days where my patients really appreciated my work.
Okay. When did
Like,
you when did you
Yeah.
figure out you wanted to be a dentist?
Oh no.
Oh, the universe question. This is so difficult. This is more difficult than my board exams. Well, I actually decided that I wanted to be a dentist
When I pass.
when I passed my university entrance exam. Just kidding. No, no, no. I was actually inspired by my dentist when I was younger. I'm not I'm not that kid that cries in the dental chair. No. So I actually
Ah.
enjoyed going to the dentist. I
Cute
like
yung maging patient, no?
I like, like after the treatment, my dentist will give me like
Chocolate.
no, no, that's not lollipop. No, she'll give me like toothbrush or fluoride tablet. So I really enjoy that part. And then I saw like there are a lot of cool things inside the clinic. So
Siya yung masarap
as I
i-patient na
went
bata, no?
on, I actually developed good hand skills.
Aray.
Uh-huh.
I don't have any.
So I was actually gunning for a medical school, like to be a doctor. But
Uh-huh.
then I realized, maybe I'd be a better fit for
That's
dentistry. So then I tried it. It was really difficult, but it
really.
happened.
Oh, so
And now I'm
you sound like a woman that really knows her limitations and what she really wants to do. And
Wow.
wow, thank you. Did I win any awards right now?
I would definitely go to your dental office and have you as my doctor. I mean, you sound really confident and
Yeah.
assured of what you're doing, and that's even my dentist here. I switched dentists twice because first one I didn't like. He was all business. He was actually kind of like a pain in the ass. It was like every time you sit in a chair, you could feel like it was work to him, like it was bothering
What's
him.
What
Pop,
made you
I am
change?
just curious, what's the general mood of your dental appointments for you to say like he was a pain in the ass?
Probably handling sounds all over.
Is it why?
Oh, and then when I got the dentist I really like, I mean, I sit in a chair, very friendly, talk to me, clean my teeth, talk to me throughout while she's cleaning my
Mm-hmm.
teeth, even though I'm going, ah, 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 I really can't enunciate any words while she's got
Mm-hmm.
both her hands in my mouth cleaning my teeth. And she's just friendly. It's like she seemed more confident in what she was doing. And my
Mm.
first dentist seemed like, it was a bother to him to have to clean my teeth. It was like he didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? And you really don't. I really don't like a doctor or a dentist like that. I like somebody that's friendly,
Yeah.
inviting. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
You want a
of
very
And
course.
lively environment.
Of course, of course.
yeah,
So
yeah, and I do
you
like to get my lollipop after I'm done. Okay,
We don't have lollipops in the clinic though.
okay, I'll bring some over. No
No.
problem.
will wait for that moment.
Good for us.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, Bubba, what do you think of all this? Let's go. Wake up. I know you're sleeping, buddy. I
Is
guess he probably he. I think he went for a smoke. Are you girls still trying to get him to stop smoking?
he just
so
he just
he
disappeared.
asked Dr. Rich another Miss Universe question. Mag-ask ulit
Yeah.
siya.
Ang hirap.
So, how many days a week do you work, Doctor Rich?
Okay, go, go,
Good.
go.
That's not difficult. Anyway, I work 5 days a week. So
Uh,
Yeah, usually that's usually on a weekend. So I usually work
Everybody hear me?
Saturdays and Sundays, and 3 days weekdays.
Uh
Because
huh.
here in the Philippines, a lot of patients go
Ooh.
to the dentist during
Ooh.
weekend.
Are you back, Bubba? Are you done?
Yeah, I've been here. Something's wrong. My microphone keeps going in and out.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
that's the problem.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what I asked was if she had any relatives who are in the medical profession or anything like that. Like, I guess what is her family background as far as profession wise?
My family has a wide range of professions. So
Oh,
I have a couple of aunts that are doctors, medical doctors.
oh,
Um,
good.
yeah, I have several cousins that are nurses. I also have cousins that are, yeah, my parents are both in the medical profession. And then my cousins, most of them are engineers or architects.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here in the Philippines, you have to finish college or else your family disowns you.
True.
Just
I don't know.
kidding.
I think there's
But
quite a few Filipinos who haven't finished school.
I'm sorry, again, please.
I said, I think there's quite a few Filipinos who haven't finished school. I think a lot of times it's finances or financial.
It's one of the actually when we were just about to be delayed, just like a couple of months when we were in college. It's like the end of the world for us. So when we graduated, it was actually just a petty setback. We realized,
We learned
yeah,
our
especially for
setbacks.
her because a lot of her aunts are medical doctors, really known for their field, like radiology. Ano pa yon?
Endocrinology.
Endocrinologists. So there you go. It's really
Oh,
patient.
okay, cool. So, how many other dentists work in your office?
Hmm?
How many dentists work in your office?
We have different branches.
In my office, we're four dentists there. So we're actually a group practice. So one of my colleagues there is an oral surgeon. So I refer all the difficult, surgery cases to him. The other one is an implantologist. So, also refer any implants to her. And we also have general dentists on board. I'm actually a general dentist, but I have special trainings in cosmetic dentistry. So there. So it's a group practice. So there are busy days. Some are, this month is a busy month. So a lot of free time in our hands.
So we get to watch Netflix all the
Yeah,
time.
I'm just watching Netflix in the office.
Cool.
You also watch Netflix all the time.
Now, what shows do you like on Netflix? Because I get Netflix. But I get it from the U.S.
Forensic files. So
Yeah.
usually watch crimes and how are
Ah,
they solving
yeah.
those mysterious crimes based on evidences and the work of forensic odontologists.
Very boring. I actually finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine already.
Oh, was that good?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Okay. I've
Should
never
watch it.
seen it. I may.
So what are you watching
I
on
was
Netflix?
watching like Blacklist, the Blacklist.
What Blacklist?
Yeah,
What's it about?
Breaking Bad.
Ah, Breaking
Okay,
Bad,
we've
yeah.
watched it already. or
Yeah, it's a great show.
yeah.
Oh yeah, meron pala nun sa Netflix. No?
Is dental surgery a specialty?
Yes.
So usually, a general dentist can do procedures, but for some difficult cases, they are usually referred for more for those who specialize or have more experience, especially for um, wisdom teeth, impacted teeth, or any procedures that might need extra procedures like suturing or cutting the teeth.
So when you say dental surgery, it's a range of procedures, but not all a lot, but procedures have their own range of difficulty. So when we graduate through college and pass the board exams, we were only able to, do simple extractions and everything and something like that. And then if we want to do more difficult cases or be more confident with our skills, we have to go on extra training, masterals, and something like that. So that's the time that we are now able to do more complicated procedures such as, well, what we said, like wisdom. But when you graduate, you should be able to do that,
Basic.
except you're not that efficient yet.
Yeah.
So special trainings and experience would help you in handling those kinds of, yes. Cases. Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially for, yeah. Yeah. Then I'll search in the chat box. Yeah. Yeah. Because we have a range of topics here in the chat box. YouTube, Netflix, specialists.
Yeah.
So ups and downs.
sort of regarding
Now,
Yeah.
I have a pretty interesting question. Do you take emergency cases?
Oh yeah,
yes,
yeah.
definitely.
It's one of social responsibilities.
Yes.
So one of the more the emergency cases that a general dentist should be able to take on is, like, for example, an avulsed teeth or an avulsed teeth due to an accident. But for
Uh-huh.
more complicated and more able dentists, we also accept broken jaws. We splint it back, but
Yeah.
it requires you to have a little bit more of a special training
Yeah.
or added
Yeah.
education. Yung mga dental emergencies,
Yeah.
mga ganun.
Usually for those broken jaws due to the accidents, they actually get directed to hospital-based surgical settings. So here, Dr. Ken and Dr. Dewey are actually trained for that. So, but usually you would need an operating room for that. As for me, as Ken said, general dentist, we usually get, chipped tooth because you bit on something hard.
Or
Or
mga natapos
yeah, something like that,
drunk.
or like severe pain that you have to find where what tooth is the problem, or chipped teeth. But mostly
Uh-huh.
it's an accident because you're biting something
Okay,
too
so
hard, or you got hit by a door, something like that.
when you get a broken jaw, are they mostly Americans?
No. Actually, it's interesting because we only got broken jaws when we were working at the hospital because it's 24 hours. So apparently, a lot of the patients are either drunk. Yeah, most of them
Most
are
of
drunk
drunk.
Drunk.
Oh,
and riding a
lasingero.
or like they came into from a bar fight or something like that because
Yeah.
of a
Uh-huh.
certain either financial problem or a girl.
Very
So
Oh.
Probably
yeah,
challenging. Very
when
soap
we
opera
were
material.
assigned during holidays, oh my gosh, we're gonna be expecting a lot more dental emergency jaw like emergency, and also we also when we were in the hospital, we also accept gunshot wounds, and medical legal issues.
Yeah.
So
So
if they come into your office, right, they have a dental emergency and say they're lasing, uh,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
ang siguro, walang anesthetic, di ba?
Walang ano daw,
Wala na.
anesthetic. Yeah, depends on their level of drunkenness. If they're too drunk, like they're almost in a state of
Drunk,
general anesthesia, I don't think they
They will
still
feel
need.
anything. Like what always Baba said, he just needs a vodka when you have
Instead of
or a rum for his extraction. So probably he will not or she will not feel anything during whatever procedure that will be done.
because if
Yeah.
they're also too drunk, the anesthesia work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Some
Yeah.
yeah, those are the
Yeah. So I will say a prayer for you come the holiday season,
yeah.
because I know you will be very
I
busy.
don't actually now since
Sad.
we're working at a private clinic, I'm not sure if we're gonna be
Hmm.
expecting those kind of. But it's really challenging because sometimes a person who had a gunshot wound that passed through the jaw, and
Hmm.
we were called in the operating room to be one of the part of the team because when there when the what they call this maxillofacial surgeons or the plastic surgeons are trying to put the jaw back together,
Uh-huh.
they want a little bit of our expertise to put it back right back into place,
Yeah.
and not put because it's really hard to have
Okay.
a
Here's
jaw.
here's a here's a good question for you. Can dental can This is from my parico, Mr. Tux. Can dental implants be insured?
Can then
Mm.
what do you mean by insured? Is that insured by a company or insured by the dentist who made
Uh,
the
I think
implant?
what he means, can your insurance, are there insurance companies
I think
out there
Dr. Ricky
that
can
will
answer
pay for dental
the
implants?
different implants.
I think it will depend on the coverage of your insurance if they can actually pay for your implants.
Uh-huh.
Bawal
Because
ang post kapag
here,
PMD
like,
ka.
I'm not sure how much are
Kaya
implants in the US. How much
Uh-huh.
is it? Are you familiar?
Oh yeah, I'm very familiar. You're going to have to pay anywhere starting, just starting at, say, if you want a full set, upper and lower, you're talking that you would have to pay at least 25,000 and up.
25,000. Wow,
Yeah,
Dollars.
that's expensive.
yeah. And so what I think he really means is, now that I'm thinking about it, is, say you put dental implants in for somebody, do you give a guarantee?
Oh,
Mm.
actually, it depends on the dentist, but it's our responsibility to make sure our treatment would be successful, or else it's it's our burden because we're not promising
Yeah.
something that will fail for the next couple of years. So
Yeah.
in our
Uh-huh.
clinic, I would like to check it until 5 to 10 years or
Yeah.
whatever happens during those periods.
Yeah,
I should
he's
because
saying
that's my
insured from damage of acts of God.
yeah, definitely.
Access to
The
God.
Accidente.
accidents, that
Yeah.
that's a little bit harder to
Yeah.
be liable for,
Yeah.
accidents that,
Uh-huh.
for example,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that
I think like
drunk
he's talking about
drunk drunk car
accident
fight.
Car
a-
fights, the implant.
accident in the
Yeah,
bar where maybe you talk to somebody else's girlfriend and get your jaw broken, or your dental implants knocked out. I think that's what he's talking about. And siguro ang lasing, di ba? So
You've incurred some
Yeah.
damage to your implants.
So
Ah,
Actually, can't, kasi they are the one
Yeah.
oo,
responsible.
Yeah.
responsible.
So for that,
Like, for example, if it's bone loss due to operation, like for example, failure of dental implants due to procedural like
uh-huh.
procedural
Problems.
errors from the dentists or something like that, it should be insured. But for example, Miss
It's an accident.
like for example, the patient that did not take care, like for
Yeah.
example,
yeah,
he did not
mishandling.
something like that, like
Yeah.
he does not maintain oral hygiene properly or just bites it anywhere he
Yeah.
wants, like heart, bones.
Now you understand what puede yan means, right? Somebody does a job for you and they go puede yan.
Pwede
Pwede
yan.
yan.
Yeah, yeah. So like if you put dental implants in, you after you're done, you don't go puede yan, do you? You
No.
see my point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And here in
Yeah.
America, they won't even put dental implants in unless what they do is they give you a full examination
Yes.
and
Oh yeah,
they see,
definitely. That's also done here.
yeah, they
Like,
see if you have enough bone and stuff like that.
yeah, definitely. It does. It's also done here. Um, because there are a lot of clinics who have CBCTs, like CT scans, and also
Uh-huh.
it's a lot safer for for dentists who does dental implants to make sure that it's gonna be successful before the before the dentist even starts the treatment. So a dental implant would be successful, especially if the patient does not have any compromising medical
Yeah.
condition or like bone availability and not no other source of dental infections.
Yeah, because I'm sure
Yeah, we also do.
the customer doesn't want to spend on bombing on theater and it's not gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. So in our case also we have proper case selections
Right.
in order for
Okay.
it to, yeah.
Ah, very good.
But
Very
I'm
good.
not sure if other dentists use that. But yeah.
Yeah, because Mr. Tuxie's saying wear and tear, Popeye. He's laughing a lot. Oh yeah, you're gonna have wear and tear on your teeth, and I'll tell you an example. I'll give you an example. Last month, I went in for a cleaning. I go for a cleaning every 6 months, and
Wow.
I sitting in the chair waiting for the doc to take a look in my mouth, and there was this young lady sitting in the chair beside me, and she was complaining, moaning, and groaning. Her tooth was chipped,
Mm-hmm.
and so I come to find out it wasn't even her real tooth; it was a dental implant, and
Oh,
the doctor was telling her he said, look, it's a dental implant, you have to be careful with them, you can't be biting steel and think they're not going to break,
Yeah.
okay. You
Yeah,
know. You know, and I was just laughing. I was beside myself, man. Like she was complaining. I paid $980 for this dental implant. I was like, oh my
so
god.
so challenging.
And you know,
I'm
you
not
just
sure.
can't be doing things like that, you know. And
Yeah.
it's just funny, you know.
If the
Just
if
funny.
the only the crown broke, it's gonna be it's replaceable, of course.
Yeah.
But even real teeth
Yeah.
breaks. How much
Yeah.
more of a replacement?
Yeah.
Now,
The screw itself will only break with extreme force,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
it
So
gets detached if it's used improperly. Like for example, tearing
Yeah.
Yeah,
extreme.
or trying to open a San Miguel bottle with it with your teeth, you know, yeah, they might break.
Actually,
You
What you got luck with your $980?
if
yeah.
you know, like Justin Bieber, yung fiance,
Sino bang
Haley Baldwin, she actually opens beer bottles with her teeth.
Does she
I'm so
actually
scared. No, it's natural teeth.
I know a lot of people who opens.
Yeah, with their teeth. Like here in the
No,
Philippines, very famous,
Wow.
like the buko. You have to
Buko
open,
King.
yeah, the buko king. You have to open the whole coconut fruit by your teeth.
yeah, I've seen a
So,
Filipino do that in my day when I was stationed
so
at
crazy.
Ito.
Yeah.
But the guys want to know some of the pros and cons of having dental implants.
Oh, pros and cons for dental implants. That's Ken.
Pros and cons.
Yeah.
The- Depends
Uh,
on it. Depends actually. It depends on the case, because a dental implant is basically it is a replacement for a real teeth. So
uh-huh.
of course the pros, it drastically improve mastication, like function wise, aesthetic wise, is
Mhm.
aesthetic wise, because it's like planting a new tooth.
You're planting
It
a
it's
tree.
also it also maintains bone structure, because when a dental implant is installed, it
Uh-huh.
it prevents the bone to resorb.
Right. And now,
The, the main cons of dental
what are
it,
some of the
it
bad
costs.
what are some of the bad points to having
Huh?
dental and what are some of the bad points to having dental implants?
The cost.
The main
That's the main
Hindrance.
cons.
Uh,
Yeah.
so you would
Yeah,
say overall it
it's
was a
not
good
really.
procedure to do if you like
Yeah,
had no teeth,
really.
but you really should spend the money. Would you say it improves your health?
Yes, it
Come in, Ken. Come in, Dr. Rich. Anybody there? Can you guys hear me? Am I all alone?
Okay.
Did we lose them, Bubba?
I think we did.
Yeah. They're a lively bunch today, man. I tell you, a lot of
They
great
really
information.
are.
A lot of great
Yeah.
information. Enjoying the conversation, I tell you. Mr. Tux is asking some really great questions, man. I can't keep up with him, man. He just keeps coming.
I think he's Googling them.
You think he's Googling them?
He's
Well,
Googling questions.
I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. You know,
Uh, I
Hello.
still open. Hello, there you are. We missed you.
hey,
Did you have a connection problem, was it our problem?
Well, Popeye and I were here, and you weren't.
Okay.
you left me.
Anyway,
You broke my plastic heart. You left
we
me.
didn't mean to.
Masakit sa puso ang talaga, di ba?
You
Oh,
really have a very good Filipino. Probably conduct Filipino
Lesson.
lesson for Baba in one time.
Baba doesn't. Baba,
Yes.
that's your That's your
You
promise.
should
What's
you
my
should
To
promise?
speak Tagalog. To speak Tagalog.
No. My promise.
No.
My promise
Straight
is.
out
My
no.
promise is my son will speak fluent English.
Oh, you should also teach.
Well,
Anyway,
he'll learn Tagalog and Visayan, but I want his English. I'd like him to be fluent in 3 languages.
wow. Tagalog, Bisaya.
Tagalog,
English.
Bisaya,
In
English.
English. Yep.
Wow. Oh, he still has a lot of brain cells,
So
so
he can learn a
he'll
lot.
definitely learn.
Yeah, it's really funny. He will not sleep if I'm laying next to him. He will not go to sleep. He will get happy. He will get happy, smiley, excited, baby talk, and want to play. Whereas when mom just lays next to him, he'll go to sleep.
I wouldn't go to sleep if I was laying next to you either, Bubba.
Oh, I probably wouldn't sleep very well either next to you, Papa. I'd have to have a fork. You're in the Navy for a long
Yeah, in the Navy.
time. Yeah.
In the Navy.
Papa, regular,
Oh, okay. Hey, girls, why don't you tell us about Vietnam? Okay, first off,
Oh,
tell us this. Which country did you like better, China or Vietnam?
Vietnam.
I love the food in Vietnam. My
No
gosh,
question,
no
Vietnam.
questions asked.
Really?
I love pho.
Do you like pho?
The noodles.
Do you
Yeah,
like?
I love.
I knew you would love pho. Do you put a lot of fish sauce in it?
Banh mi.
Ah, no, no, no.
Don't like banh mi.
I also
I
love
like
banh
banh
mi.
mi.
Banh mi and the coffee.
Banh mi. We love
Yes.
the food. Every country is a different experience. Like, they have pros and the what you we came to Guangzhou because of the dental trade. We came to Vietnam because of the food.
So we get what we want.
So it has its ups and pros and cons. It was a different experience. We also had good experience and bad experience in Vietnam.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
But we also particularly love the history and the culture. And you were also a part of it, I guess, of
Mhm.
the
Vietnam.
of the of the Vietnam War.
What
You
city
went
did you go to in Vietnam?
you went to the
What you mean?
Ho
What
Chi
you
Minh, Saigon.
Saigon?
The Saigon in Saigon. Huh? We love
Okay, good.
Papa, you were
we
you
love the coffee.
Yeah. Papa, ba? Ay, no.
Have you been to
Papa, did you go to, have you been to Vietnam? Or have you
Yes,
been
I
stationed in
yeah.
Vietnam?
1996, I went to Vietnam with the United
United
States Navy. I flew into Cam Bay, and we were all part of a team to help recover missing in action bodies from the Vietnam War. And we collected about 6 or 7 remains from the Vietnam War. I was there for like 3 days. I was part of the security detail. And I flew in there from Diego Garcia, which is a little island off the tip of India. And it's only, let's see, 17 miles long and 4 miles wide. Uh, and that was about a 5 day trip back, and it was a very sad trip to make, but Cameron Bay had a kind of smell to it that I really couldn't get used to, you know. The country just had a odd odor to it. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was the jungle or the food being cooked or whatever, but you get used to those things.
Family.
Mhm.
Island doon.
So now, did you ladies get asked for your passport all the time in Vietnam, like in China?
Actually, I carried my passport all the time.
it,
Well, I know. I remember you saying though in China they kept on asking you for a passport quite a bit.
yeah.
I
But it's a lot stricter in China than in Vietnam, especially the ano yun? Ano yun yung
Immigration.
immigration. And then we also had random checks in China because we don't look Chinese.
Yeah.
So good thing we had our original passports with us.
In Vietnam.
Actually, it was pretty weird. I'm just gonna tell you about the guy that we met in Vietnam. He has a lot of inconsistencies in what he was saying. He said he is a part of the ano yun, military, American military. But then American Reserve Military, and then he went to war. He had a lot of Photoshop,
Showing different
showing
faces.
different TLE,
Ah,
showing different. I'm not sure if. And then he wasn't allowed to go to Japan because the Japanese immigration thinks he's a spy of some sort. Really weird.
yeah,
It
Ila.
feels like
Ellie,
he has a lot of identities that even his passport have different
and
color
his
in the
passport has
eyes.
different eye color than his personal eye color. It's just weird. I'm not sure if he's a political
Prisoner.
something. And then he said he had been imprisoned in Russia
For 2 years.
and tortured. Di
Yeah,
ba?
2 years.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it,
that sounds to me like a guy who watches too much James Bond and Bourne Identity or the Bourne.
it's just characteristic. It's just really weird.
Well, because here's the thing: if somebody really went through that stuff and they're in that field, they're not going to tell you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's pretty obvious.
And it's so obvious the Photoshop photos.
Yeah.
It's just weird that he had to.
Hey, Bubba, you know the first phrase your son is going to learn? He's going to
What?
learn Tatay gusto ko pera.
Kumain.
Oh.
Funny.
Tayo gusto kumain.
That's what Mr. Tux is saying, bro.
That's funny. Yes, did you ask any Chinese about the West Philippine Sea, Mr. Tuck?
Real nice question, Mr. Tux.
Yeah. And did you ask him when they're going to make a real aircraft carrier instead of a soup can? You know, I think I got bit by something when I was sleeping last week because I woke up. Okay, I went to bed. It was fine. My elbow was normal. I woke up and it looked like I had a golf ball in my elbow.
Dude, you might have got bit by a spider.
I
Is
must
it
have.
itchy?
What's that?
Was it itchy or painful?
No,
Wait.
I didn't feel it.
Maraming Makati? Huh?
Yeah.
Very itchy? Maraming Makati? Huh? Ano ang problema, Baba?
Well, I'm sitting here.
Somebody else up.
I'm sitting here right now because pus is coming out of it, fluid.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, but I'm pushing on it, and I want to drain it because
That is insane.
Anti-pruritic cream.
And then may pus. Just put antiseptic like iodine solution, and then you can drain it if it's already draining
Yeah,
out.
just get a rusty knife, cut it open, and drain it, man.
no, actually, I had like a little cyst one time, kind of on my chest, and what I did was I took a needle and I dipped it in rubbing alcohol, let it dry, and then I put heat to it, and then I just popped it myself and got everything. I was like 22 or 23.
Oh, man. I'd love to see a vlog of that there, Baba. That would.
Oh yeah, that would be excitement there, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Medical care.
Do it yourself pimple popping. Okay, yeah.
Do it yourself medical care for cheap fuckers.
Yeah. Word of the day on Kuriput naman.
Who's good?
Si Baba, Kuripot. Masyado ang
Si
Kuripot.
Baba.
What's that?
Hindi siya kuripot sa chicks.
What about chicks?
Not kuripot sa chicks.
Okay, come on.
We are Koripot.
Yeah, there's good kuriput and then there's bad kuriput.
But with
And
food, we're not
I'm going to
Koripot.
mute myself for a minute or two and tend to this, ladies, okay? And,
okay.
and the one germ.
And well, he's so nice. I'm telling you, you're so nice to me, Bubba. I really appreciate it.
uh,
Okay, take care of what you got to take care of. I'll take care of the two angels. So girls, you really enjoyed Vietnam, huh?
Yeah. Of course, we enjoy every trip that we went to. We always enjoy. We always try to enjoy and go wherever and do whatever we can do.
Uh-huh.
There's always a positive point in traveling because you learn a lot about the world and the
Hmm.
history. The history is really rich in Vietnam. I love the varieties of Asian food. Definitely a foodie. And then
Did you?
also we learned a valuable lesson when we were in Vietnam.
Mhm.
Actually, something not something weird happened to us when we were trying to take a taxi in Vietnam. The
Mhm.
taxi driver knew that we were tourists because we can't speak yet. So they charged us a lot.
Yeah, they
Like
took
instead of
advantage of
50
you, huh?
pesos, yeah, instead of 50 pesos, it's 1,000 pesos. And
Oh.
then the taxi driver locked us inside of the car and then shouted at me because
Oh
I was in
wow.
the driver. So he's kind of terrorizing us. So we learned a lot about that trip,
Uh-huh.
especially with taking with riding taxis that are not. I'm not sure if he's registered, but now
They're not.
before we take
They're private.
we take a taxi, we take a picture of the ID, and then send it to your friend or whatever,
Hmm.
and then just ride at the back of the taxi.
Uh-huh.
So is there a way for us to defend ourselves
Hmm.
in
Yeah,
those kinds of
you learn.
situations?
You
Like
can learn a lesson. You can learn a lesson
is
really
there?
quick in a foreign country like that. Yeah.
I just want to prevent to be locked inside the taxi next time.
Ah.
Keep the window
Yeah.
open.
So there, we just paid so we don't get into
Trouble.
danger there.
So did you
And
get to see any of the beaches or go to any of the beaches,
no,
anything like that?
actually, we have a really high standard for beaches.
Uh-huh.
So we would rather go to the beaches here in the Philippines. It's so beautiful. But when
Oh,
we went to museums,
There are a
uh,
lot of
yeah,
history
whatever
and
you would
culture.
like to do in Vietnam,
A lot of
temples or
food.
other kinds of
hmm. Oh,
intercultural.
syempre naman sa Pilipinas, the beaches,
Yeah,
mas
yeah,
maganda. Okay? I
yeah. And
know
far from
nothing
our,
compared to Vietnam.
and it's also far from the beaches are also far from our hotel. So and then we went with our mothers.
It's
So it's kind of a not hassle trip for them. So we just ate,
eat, shop,
but
and
we
deal with your
shop,
Mhm.
something like that. So when we're gonna go to the beach this maybe September and October. We're gonna go to the more hard to go to places like surfing, adventures. And we're not with our
You're gonna go to
mothers.
more remote. You're gonna go to more remote beaches and places this this time?
Huh?
You'll be going. You're saying you're going to go to places that are a lot more remote, harder to get to.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. We have more than 7,000 islands to explore. That's
Uh-huh.
what we were telling each other. So next destination will be.
I really,
We're gonna go.
I really like that
That's
one place you went to that uh, had really nothing on the island, and you slept on the beach. I saw that blog you did.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, my gosh,
yeah,
that was really fun. Because
that
when we
was
were there, because there were no other noises from other light sources, we were able to see the galaxy and then the fireflies and the glow in the dark
uh-huh.
planktons in the sea.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was a
really
really good blog you did.
nice
I enjoyed that. That was very nice.
to do more vlogs in the Philippine destinations. Because now my mentality 5 years ago was, I want to go abroad and see the beaches and everything. But then when I went abroad, I actually realized the beaches here are
The best.
the best.
Hmm.
So when we go abroad, we went to explore the culture, the food, the structural uh, creations, and and of course the people.
Hmm.
Otherwise, if you want to go to the beach, you just
Yeah.
choose one island.
So, Mr. Tux wants to know when you went to that beach, were there any aswans there?
Sorry. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tux wants to know when you went to that beach, were there any aswans there?
Aswang.
Yeah,
They're
aswans.
just
Do you believe?
oh,
Do you believe in
an
aswang?
interesting question.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I don't believe,
That's good. That's
but
you're a
maybe
practical
there's
girl. Uh,
maybe there's so actually when we went to those places that are famous for Aswan,
uh-huh.
uh, we just followed the advice. There, like for example, do not act like Madonna in a certain place, or don't be ano that
Hmm.
loud.
Do not
Yeah.
eyes. Just follow
Just even though we don't believe it, it's still easier to follow the advice because you never know.
aswang. Kamay natin. You, Papay.
Yes, my dear.
Yeah. Have you seen one?
Do I believe in aswans?
Yeah.
I think I do. I'll tell you a little story. I used to work
Ah.
when I was a police officer in Philippines. I used to drive around what they called the U.S. Naval Magazine area, and it was a very remote, secure area. It had over 106 miles of road that I had to
Where is
patrol in the police car on the base in Subic. And one, they used to tell me that there was a story there called the White Lady. Okay, and
mm-hmm.
the white lady was killed by a group of men on the base very violently, and
Okay.
she was. It was said that she walked the base in a white dress, and if you looked her straight in the eye, you would go Sierra Ulo, crazy, you know. And so one night I was driving on the U.S. Naval Magazine, and it was very quiet, very dark. It was about 2 o'clock in the morning. I was patrolling the roads, and I looked in the rearview mirror, and I could have sworn I saw a lady wearing a white dress with long black hair. And I tell you, it scared the crap out of me. I I had to go back up to the command post and drink a cup of coffee and get myself
Oh
together
my
again.
god.
And
Also,
I never believed in Aswang until that happened to me. So I don't know. I think there are Aswangs out there, man. You know?
okay, we understand. It's really. I also believe in other entities, so you just have to. I think you just have to respect culture or respect them for so whatever or wherever place you go, just
Uh-huh.
follow the route. There's no harm in following. Just it just keeps you safe and
So
yeah.
maybe when I come to Philippines, right? I'll take you and Louis over to the U.S. Naval Magazine, and,
Ayoko.
and at night we'll drive around and we'll see if we can
Will
find
bring
the.
Ken with us.
No.
So I'll drag her to
Uh
the car.
huh. What do you think? We'll drive around, see if we can find the white lady. Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
So we'll meet up with that white plane. I'll drag
Uh
Ken. Our
huh.
cameras on.
Oh,
I'll go with
so so what do you think? Did Bubba cut his arm off? Is he gonna come back or what?
tour connected. Or
Oh.
probably already. So we can end now.
We can end now.
Yeah, because Papa is already, Baba is,
No.
Papa is already sleeping, so we can also sleep as well.
Actually, we have clinics tomorrow.
And
I
our
know
guest
it's very
We
late
are-
there.
is sitting right beside me.
It's very late there. What time is it there? Like it's almost midnight. Oh my
12
God.
a.m.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
girls are up past your bedtime. You should be sleeping.
So we will be having
Mer
our view.
meron ng trabaho bukas na lang.
Yeah,
Yep.
tomorrow na lang. Bukas na lang.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Um, I try to teach Bubba Tagalog, but it's very difficult. He's Mokoli, you know, very Mokoli.
Okay.
You know.
Fair enough.
But I try to tell them if you learn Tagalog, it's easier to talk to the Filipina. You can mix it with English. They understand you better, and it makes them smile when you use their language. But I don't know. I think he has maraming problema sa ulo, you know. But
Probably is weak and we cannot take another time try to learn Tagalog.
damn, at 2 o'clock in the morning for you, Charlie Y. Living in Melbourne always is a great part of the live chat. Remember, just enjoy and P.S. Take care, everyone. Okay, Charlie, it was good to have you here, buddy. Are you back
Thanks.
finally? My God.
I
I'm,
am.
do I have to reprimand you and tell you to be ready for a show 100%, man? Huh? Do I have to
Well,
embarrass you in front of the young ladies?
I am always ready.
Yeah.
I'm not ready usually when a wound pops, but I'm glad though, because that means my body's fighting the infection. So that's a
There you
good.
go. There you go.
So
So, you ready to wrap this up? I think these
I
two young
am.
ladies want to go to
I
sleep.
am.
Okay,
It's like it's midnight. So yeah, definitely time to wrap it up.
All right, Bubba. Thanks for having me on, buddy. I
No
always
problem. Thanks
enjoy.
for coming on.
Yeah, and I always enjoy talking to you, Louie and Ken. You girls are awesome.
And we appreciate doing our promo videos as well.
Oh, no problem. I enjoy doing that.
Even when things don't turn out the way you do.
Well, I have her on next week. Have her on next week. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Well, right, we will.
Yeah.
She'll be on next week, right, ladies? Silence.
Hello. So, hey, can we have her on next week?
Huh?
Delzario? Can Delzario be on next week on the show?
All right.
Doreen. Ah. Yeah, she'll definitely find that time next week.
Okay, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We're
Yeah.
very
Okay.
positive.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you
Night, everyone.
thank you for being with us tonight, Papay. And thank
Oh,
you,
you-
Baba, for being with us on and off. Just kidding.
Yeah, I apologize that it started so late because I had to reset the internet
Oh yeah.
because I was getting Facebook, but Messenger wasn't coming up like it should, so I couldn't send you the link.
Oh, okay.
And when I finally got on, I'm like, where are they? So I said, hey, Papa, I want to go on.
Because your internet also sucks at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Well,
does.
welcome to the Philippines.
Welcome.
Okay.
Mabuhay.
Okay.
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 Well,
We cannot.
thank you, everybody. We will see you next week. And thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.